time for cunny. It is time for the journey. It is time for the journey. Hi. My mother, with the godlike timing, bringing me rice and... Well, I have my llama. We forgot that Riot has that kernel level anti-cheat, and now I'm saying not getting right. I have some bad news for you. Ah, my salt's a solid, it's not a liquid! Ah! I salted myself. But I have some bad news. Everything uses kernel level anti-cheats. Name me one online based game that doesn't secretly have a kernel level anti-cheat. At least Riot is very open with theirs. And also, I personally don't care. Like, I'm one of those people who are like, if you put a bunch of defenses, like if you slap a bunch of very obvious defensive things like on your thing, like you put a turret mounted machine gun on your roof, then, in my opinion, I feel like that's just gonna make more people want to try and like break in. So what you do is you keep the machine gun on the inside. That's what you do. That's what you do. So you wait at the front door with the shotgun. That's what you do. Yeah, but this is Riot we're talking about. I don't want the CCP to see my stuff. Really, I have some bad news for you. Really, I have some bad news for you. You probably already have a dedicated Chinese man whose entire life's, like his entire job is to stare at you 24/7. I'm sorry, but too late. There's nothing you can do about it. This is one thing I hate about gamers is and software people. It's their almost like freakish levels of like defensive, like we must do X, Y, and Z. We have to. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't care. I just don't. Like, if it's enough to kill it for you, then like, yeah, that's okay. Good for you. Don't play it. I'll play by myself. Don't worry, Wooey. I'll play by myself. I will play with myself. Don't worry about it. What? What? What'd I say? Wait, what did I say? Why is dots? Why are you people giving me dots? I know we're on the internet, but that doesn't mean I need 3 dots. I only need 1. I need 3 W's, though. If you cloned George W. Bush and then... Wait, hold on. If you cloned George W. Bush, chopped off his torso, or like maybe his gut region, and sewed the 3 of them together, would that be WWW? Would you have, and then, if you gave him a golf ball, if you gave the 3 torsos slapped together a golf ball at the end, if you pushed him on the ground and then put a golf ball in front of him, would that be WWW dot? Alright? Now, if we take, oh man, what'd be Google? Wait, hold on, wait. No, DuckDuckGo. If we took a duck, if we took 2 ducks and put them in front of the golf ball, would that be www.duckduck? And then put a green light in front of it. Would that be DuckDuckGo? You got www.duckduckgo, and then you get another golf ball. That's another dot, and then you put a computer at the end. So you'd have www.duckduckgo.com. Would I be wrong, though? Am I wrong, though? Am I wrong? That is very hot. I remember this. Hi, Intelligent. How you doing? Torso has a whole middle name. As the whole middle name. Yeah, W. See, the torso, no, it'd be the W. Wait, would the W include the period? Would we have to chop off his balls then? So it wouldn't have the period? Would we have to chop off George W. Bush's balls to remove the W, to remove the period, so that it would just be the W? Would he be able to keep his penis, though? I feel as if these are important questions. What? Wait, what? What'd I say? What'd I say? Why is my phone dying? Say? What'd I say? That's right, it's been playing for a while, and it's kind of been different every single time. But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Jelly, out of curiosity, how tall are you again? 5'2.5", I think? I'm pretty sure I'm like right at average height. I'm pretty sure it's like 5'2" or 5'3", sitting right at... I think I've actually gotten taller, slightly. I think I have gotten slightly taller. Pedophile! 5'2" Jelly, very pick-upable. I said 5'2.5", because I know I'm slightly taller than 5'2", because my hand is slightly bigger, my hand is slightly smaller, but when you take into account the extra pinky and a bit of thummy, then you get taken to then you get about 5. You get, I think it's a little bit. I think I'm a little bit higher than 5'2". So to be fair, I think my driver's license says I'm 5 foot flat. I'm pretty sure. Just because I also said I was like 140 on my driver's license back in 2010 or 12 or whenever I got my learner's permit. I got my learner's permit because I almost said DHS, the DMV, they do not actually check to make sure you're actually saying what you are. They really don't. I just was like, I'm pretty sure. And then I stopped and thought about it more because I had to ask my dad. I was like, how tall am I? And he was like, well, I'm 5'4". I think is what he said. And I was slightly shorter than him. Because daddy took me. So I was like, then no, I was not size. No. He said he was 5'4", and I was significantly smaller than. Well, not significant. I think I was like 2 or so inches smaller than him. So I was like, oh, I must be like 5 foot. Because I don't understand math. I'm an inch taller than Jelly's dad. No, you're about 6 feet taller than him right now. Oh, I just made myself sad. Oh. Anyway. Why with the dots? So to be fair, once you wait, is it 50? Is it 50 when you start to get shorter? Or is that different for men and women? Says, I know my grandmama started getting shorter very recently, but it's mostly from slouching, I think. I don't think her spine's actually gone in. I think it's that her spine has gone forward. But she is significantly smaller now. She used to be 5 foot exact, and now she's like 4'7", almost. Because, like, I am almost 2 heads taller than my grandma now. Not everyone does? Oh. Oh, then I have been genetically cursed then. Though I did get genetically blessed with perfect hair, though. It's the one thing I hope I get from my daddy is how lusciously beautiful his hair is. Because my hair is just as pretty. Have you ever seen someone's hair and you see it and you can't help but just look at it and go, I want to take my hands and grip it and just pet it and just hold it. You know? Most of my family doesn't if they don't F up their backs. Buddy, you're 80% microplastics right now. There is more plastic in your balls than there are in the plastic cups that you use to drink out of. Their last year of life, and I'm blessed in that regard. Yeah, I mean that my dad was I can't say cute, like handsome. He was handsome, even well, potato. Say that again. I wasn't listening. Say that again. That. Oh no, I need to say that. That. There you go. Nice. Still looks 50. Well, my dad was like 80, and my dad was about, no, he wasn't 80, he was like 70 something. Oh yeah, he was almost 80. But from 45 to the time he passed, he looked exactly the same, maybe graying, other than like grayed hair, and I think he got a little fatter. Well, maybe a lot fatter actually, but like his general like build, like his actual, like you look at him, you go, he actually gained weight, but you couldn't tell just because how he was built, and that he was built like Santa. Oh my god, my dad was Santa Claus. My dad was built like Santa Claus. All the way down to the lovableness. I miss Daddy. But yeah, no, he looked the exact same from like 45 to 50 sort of range, all the way to like 70 whatever. Curse you, federal government! Curse you, federal government, for poisoning him! Man, the men usually don't go gray aside from my grandfather. Oh, so you're into black men then? Since you go black then. You know, I always love these, like the princess maker, like princess maker genre of games, like music. I'm white, yeah, but the boy you'll be kissing is black. I feel like I don't need to explain that one. I feel like my joke was self-evident. I feel like my joke was self-evident, not based on the content of my character, but by the skin color of the person you will be kissing. Hi, that's funny. Hi, Aaron. Hi, pedophile. I'm sorry, you said Roblox, and now I can't stop making fun of you. Look at him. What? I'm sorry. Has no one been paying attention to the news? Are you, okay. Don't answer this, but I'm assuming you're a minor, right? Since you said Roblox. You're like, the fault lies with you, Ishmael! No, Ishmael's right here. Saying Jolly is just evil, but I completely agree with it. Like Volcano Princess or Princess Maker. Volcano Princess, Princess Maker, oh god, Long Live the Queen is another one. Those types of games where you raise or build up a little girl. I try to avoid the news now. Be the one orange guy. Which orange guy? Uma Musume? Huh? What? This isn't Uma? Oh, hey, yeah, no, Uma Musume would count. Well, not like that, but I get... You like making kids? Yes. Sexual intercourse is very pleasurable. You are correct. I'm glad you have found basic, what do you call it? Basic biology. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. Wait, doesn't that mean that people who are asexual are like genetically deformed beings? Since the desire to have sexual intercourse is like ingrained at like a genetic level, which means people who like actively despise it or dislike it, wouldn't that mean they're like genetically deformed? I play Roblox. Snake, Snake. You play the cunny game. Of course you like children. Don't worry. I have a bear costume here you can use to go harass your local elementary school. I'm having fun. My church's preacher talked about how divided the world is now, especially this week. You know what? I'ma be honest. Petey Bear reference in the year of our Lord 2025? Dog, I saw that post talking about how before the P. Diddy and the you know what? That took me a hot second. I forgot what Epstein's first name was. No one says Jeffrey Epstein. No one says Jeffrey. They literally Voldemort the guy. What's Voldemort's first name? Wait, hold on. This is actually very important. Wait, this is actually very important. What is Voldemort's last name? His name was Tom Riddle! His name wasn't even Voldemort! Wow, I'm specially challenged because I completely forgot about that. His name is Tom. Oh yeah, Petey Bear. That takes me back. Man, I missed that. You know what? Jeffrey's a lame name. If you name a kid Jeffrey in 2000s, that kid would be bullied. Or go trans. Because when I was in high school, and I was in robotics club, all the programmers, the two with the generic name and the most silly name, which was Jeffrey and I forgot the other one, both of them put on programmer socks in college, and I have not seen them since. The other one became a drug dealer, by the way. Completely unrelated. The third one became a drug dealer. That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Murdered? Nah, they're also alive, from my knowledge. You had a robotics club? Did I just... No, let's tell them around the world. Yeah, of course I did. Jeffrey from Game of Thrones? I hated Game of Thrones. Mostly because I saw that and I went, oh, this is porn. Got it. Yeah, I had one too. Yeah, everyone did. Why would you think you did? I then became a lesbian and... Yeah. Bacon or eggs? Tortillas. J? Wait! G. There we go. G. There we go. That was the letter you were looking for. G. Someone, does anyone else have another G? Does anyone in the house have another G? Does anyone have the second G? An anime club. Yeah, second G. Now give me an E. No, both of those happened after they graduated high school. Jelly, no! But I need to build my towers! I need to build my towers! You can't just set me up for a tower and not let me build it! Stop being the Arabs with the planes! Let me have my twin towers! Oh, I'm gonna get banned for this. I don't care, man. I don't care anymore. am a baka. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is the worst. Why is everyone here for this? Why is everyone here for this one? No, yeah, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Rui, you need to understand. I care. I don't want you to get banned off YouTube. Don't worry. I probably will. Fine. No way. See this thing, if I made money and then that happened, I'm taking YouTube to court for as much money as I can get. Play Roblox on your next stream? No. 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 I'm not going to do that. The hell? No, Aaron, I didn't, and I wish I was in the world where I didn't know that. Anyway, really, I had Anime Club, and then I actually convinced everyone to watch, Shuffle. I convinced everyone to watch Shuffle, and I forgot the titties show up in the first episode. So my anime club got banned on the first day. Well, it wasn't me. It was the girl I was with at the time. So it was my suggestion. I was asked, was the anime bad? And I said, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the titties show up in the second episode. And then we started showing it, and then the titties show up in the first episode. And I went, not my fault. And you know what? Anime clubs should not exist in high school. Unless it's okay to show titties. Or it's just all mostly, shonens. You think that sounds creepy to the oh, you know, it makes sense. I spend my time convincing people to watch Baku no Pico and High School DxD. Yeah, no, we literally had one day. It was literally one day. I somehow convinced everyone to watch titties, and then I was so embarrassed, I never went back. And no one went back, because they had rules where we couldn't watch 90% of anime, because that was the case. Because back in that day, most anime either had panty shots up the galore, heavy inappropriate content, or titties. Like, very few, and the problem is, it's like, the anime's fine for the that's the worst part about it. Yes, it's a, what you call it, a, sex game, but in Japanese. What were those called? What are those called again? Oh God, what are those called? An uroge? Uroge! Yeah, it is an uroge. I beat it to ya. I beat it. My mind works faster than your lag. Kinda had an anime club, but to bypass the school's BS, we held it at the library and said F you to the principal who tried to tell us no. We did ours in the library too, and the librarian was like, yeah, no. Even though, you know what the worst part about it? The library had a bunch of anime in it, a bunch of manga in it, and the manga had the titties in it. Do I think the manga should have been in high school? No. No. Though I also don't think comic books should be in high school either. I mean, the town library, not the school. Oh, well, at that point, it's not a club. It's just a bunch of sweaty, it's just a bunch of sweaty men getting all together so they can look at people naked. Can I join? I don't care about the naked stuff. I just want to see the sweaty men. Didn't mind the teacher's class in between breaks. Still a club. Oh. No, I said I wanted to watch the sweaty men. No, that would confirm Snake is, because Snake... Wait. How can I roll this around to make it so that Snake is a homosexual? What was Jay talking about anyway? Shuffle. The original Shuffle was released as an Oroge, where you do the whole pick a text option and it pushes you down a different main character. And the original had 4 main characters. Blue-haired God Girl. Blue-haired Demon Girl. Red-haired God Girl. White-haired Serial Experiment Land Girl. Green-haired half God, I think, girl. And I think that's it. Don't think there was another one. I think it was just the 4. And then they made an anime about it, where they actually did a really good job of incorporating the whole it's an Oroge with branching narrative of stupid thingy. Found it! Yeah, it's called Shuffle. It's on Steam. Except with all the Oroge removed. I downloaded and played it from, what's it called? Back in, like, the early 2000s. Like, in the early 2000s, there was a, purple one with twin tails? Wait. Purple one. Wait, hold on. Who is the purple one? Purple one? No, you talking about the lolly? You mean the lolly? Oh yeah, I forgot about, God, Jesus, I forgot about the human girl. Wow, the yandere. It's kind of a club and it was run by a teacher. Oof. Wait. If you're talking about her, that's the Serial Experiment line. Yeah, she's a, well, not Serial Experiment. She's a, what you call it, a, homunculi. That's what she is. But, her first event is you looking down her shirt and seeing her tiny nipples, if I remember correctly. If my memory serves me correctly, it was you get her a stuffed teddy bear and it's raining and she doesn't wear a bra, so you can see down her shirt. If I remember correctly. That's her first event, if I remember correctly. And funny enough, if I remember correctly, that's a mandatory event, if I remember correctly. That's how you, like, that's your first, like, interaction with her. If I remember correctly. So my character was always the green-haired girl. Which is fine because the anime, that's which route the anime took. Because with the way the anime worked was like it was like 24 episodes, if I remember correctly. First 3 episodes would save all the characters, and then every 2 episodes after was one part of each of the characters' routes. So like it was first 2 episodes. After that first 2 block episode was the demon girl, which is the blue-haired girl. The next 2 was the god girl, which is the red-haired girl. The next 2 were the lolly. The 2 after that was the orange-haired girl, which is the childhood friend. The 2 after that was the green-haired girl, and then it was 1 episode each. 1 final episode, and then the actual final episode was the final part of the green girl's route. And they do incorporate most of the eroge scenes in the anime, obviously mildly censored for like and whatnot. But they don't do the sex ones. They don't do the sex ones. Neither pumped or I play. Why do you want me to play these things? Just shown 2 experiment land, where I made the teacher think you were watching intellectual stuff. Women, sweaty men. No sex. It's an anime. It's not. It's an anime. Yeah, no. Dude, does anyone remember back in the day? Old visual novel download sites? Because I download a lot of visual novels from those old download sites. Not a lot of them, actually. I think it was like 4. Shuffle, Katawa Sojo, or 2 I downloaded from there. I forget the other 2, because it was 4, if I remember correctly. But Shuffle was my favorite. I loved Shuffle. Also loved Katawa Sojo, too. But there was like, remember back in the day with all the sub-dub sites? The fan sub sites? Where you'd be able to upload your own personal fan sub or fan dub onto them? So you'd go to watch an anime on one of these sites and it'd be like 16 different mirrors of the same episode that you could click through. And each one was subbed by a different person. So you'd click one and it'd be like from Portugal. It'd be like from Portugal and it'd be subbed in English. But it's the mirror version from Portugal. So it actually runs slightly better. Or like from, what was another one that was common? That was in Europe. That was really weird. Greek, I think, was one that got mirrored, that was mirrored to a lot, which was funny. And what the hell? This isn't me. This is not me. I am not lagging. My voting anime will always be censored from the belly button down. Yeah, that's called porn. What you're wanting, Snake, is to see a man's wee-wah. And you to see that, you either have to look in your own pants or look at porn. And now we wait for the inevitable Snake saying, I'm not gay. No. He'll say, what the heck? I'm straight. I don't like men. He'll say that. That's what he'll say. Oh, come on. The delay should have already had you type it already. I remember getting Naruto, but we're anime like we do with Healer, and its species reviewers exist. Why couldn't they do that for the Shuffle anime? Because Shuffle released in 2004, 2008, and 2007, and 2009. You know... I know where people were watching all these anime back in the day. All I remember is seeing a class watching Bleach during free time in computer class, but no clue what site it was. For no anime, they don't give us stuffing anymore. Yeah, and in my opinion, it's actively ruined everything. If I wanted to watch porn, I'll just watch porn. I don't want to watch this. No, you do not understand how embarrassing it is to be watching Fate. Oh god, what was it? Fate Extra? No, what was it? Or Nero? Which one was that? Which one was the one with Nero in it? No, not really. I like the change. Of course you do, simp. Fate Encore, thank you. Fate Encore, it's very embarrassing watching Fate Encore and then trying to fast forward past the booty cheeks and then having your a bedridden father to say, no, stop, what are you doing? And me going, I'm fast forwarding past this part because all it is just Nero being naked. And my father going, I want to see that though. So I have to rewind so he can look at Nero's butt. While my mom was in the room. While my mom was watching with us. While my mom was watching with us. Which, to say the least, a little awkward. Is Apocrypha the one with Mordred and Astolfo then? Yes, that's the one with Mordred. So you're talking to someone who would flat out watch High School DxD in the living room without giving it stuffing. I don't get embarrassed by such things. I do though. Does anyone... Does cable television still have soft core on it? Or did they get rid of that entirely? And now it's in the peak of fan service anime. There's a new one where they have... Yes, and that is probably the worst thing I have ever seen ever. People hyping it up are only hyping it up because they are addicted to sexual gratification. It's kind of... And that's coming from me. That means something, dog. That means a lot. That's coming from me, dog. That's coming from me. I'm assuming Jeanne d'Arc was supposed to be the main servant, but she's not even the most popular saber from that series. Jeanne d'Arc is not even a saber. And I hate Fate. I hate the greater Fate universe. I absolutely despise what they did with Fate. And even I know that Jeanne d'Arc is not a saber. Well, specifically that Jeanne d'Arc is not a saber. That Jeanne d'Arc, she's a saber face. Okay, yes, she has saber face, but she's not a saber. Do I need to bring up the saber chart? Rui, you know the chart. Do I need to bring up the saber chart? Do I need to bring up the big chart of saber? Where that saber, and that saber, but these are not saber, but they're called saber. That's not even called saber, but it looks like a saber. So we will include it, but it is not a saber, and we do not call it a saber. You don't need to bring it out. But you know the chart! And the Nasu verse is fine? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. The only reason my Fate Grand Order is still around is because, Japanese salarymen don't understand the concept of sunk cost fallacy. They don't understand how to conceptualize the sunk cost fallacy. That is the only reason why Fate Grand Order is still around. Says the gacha player. Yes, and I hate most gachas, like any self-respecting gacha player does. You're not special! Yes, I am! Even though I'm currently playing a gacha game right now, even though it's been an hour and I haven't actually played the game, I am... Shut up! I need my Jack and Kuro. Snake, I hope you understand that Jack is technically both a man and a woman. Specifically, like, 500 of them. And all of them are canonically actually children. Wait, how many children are inside Jack? I forget. Because I know it's supposed to be all the aborted fetuses, But how many aborted fetuses are we talking about? She's special, but she's not I'm special! Hello, it's good. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's good if you have brain damage. Fates would, will, and without hesitation. You would have sexual gratifications with a small aborted boy. I mean, that's your prerogative, but, you know. I'm not gonna touch that one. And the boys are to... No. You do one, you have to do all of them. And at least 10. Hey, it's at least 10. Sorry, Chillicothe. I am not a Shurikan. I think the toilet is ugly. I think the girl is cuter than the toilet, so I'm not a Shurikan. Even though there is that one manga that I stopped reading that had a Shurikan that was really cute. That's not related. Doesn't count. That's no. In canon, Jack is not a singular child. Jack is actually 10 separate childs, all inside of an overcoat, trying to get into an R-rated movie. But the overcoat is actually also a child. So, Snake. But the real question is, would you? Iki? Is her name Iki? It's not Iki, is it Iki? Is it Eki? Ake uka uka gaga uka gaga? I forget her name. That is not the right wiki. Jack has never been a dude. No, Jack has at least 4 dudes in her. Alright? At least 4. And you have to do all 4 of them. Anime has made me numb to the soul thing. You know, speaking of gender bend, you know what's a gender bend story that actually pissed me off? Or was it? It wasn't Baku Boy, it was the other one. There was 2 that were going on at the same time that were big. It was like Baku something, and it was the other one. The other one where like the main person had the like a girl virus, where if they kissed someone, they changed gender, and they got infected by it. If I remember correctly. And that one, I did not like that one. Its ending, because it felt so rushed. It was so dumb. The Baku Boy I did like, because that one was cute. Once the number of aborted children who were disposed of in rivers reached the 10,000s, the collective resentment that the children shared eventually formed the shape of a human. Alright, Snake, you have to do at least 10,000 aborted children, so at least some of them are boys. Would you still do it? Would you still do it? So the masses of course. However, those corpses are still inside of her. She has 10,000 aborted children inside of her. And you have to do all 10,000. Yeah, you can't just not do all 10,000. Yeah, that one. Like its name was like it had some type of German, like, part of it. Yeah, they're inside of her right now. So Snake, you'd have to share with at least 4.78 thousand other dudes. Would you still do it? You actually, Snake. This is for everyone. Hypothetical. Would you do it? However, you are at the end of the line. You're at the end of the line of the other 10,000. So you had to wait to the very end. Would you still do it? And I'll even make it better. You get to keep her. Like in a box. Like takeout food. Like takeout food. It's a bad leg. And if anyone who's curious, I wonder if anyone with a physical line. Does anyone remember? Does anyone remember that that girl that tried to break the record for the most actions? For the most actions in a single 24 hours, and it was like 100 some odd dudes. Have you that right? Yes! Yes, it was, yeah. No, wait, no. That's a different anime. That was a different anime, and that one also sucked. Or manga. That was a different manga. No. Aaron, that's another manga. That's another Jindaben manga that was interesting at the start and then crowded its bed almost immediately. Though, to be fair, the manga is better than the anime because the anime kind of destroys the So the anime went a different way. This is something else I hate about early anime. Where they'll do one season and then they'll like do everything similar. For like the first 6 episodes, and then they'll do something completely new for the last 6. And the first 6 are the best part, and then the last 6 just suck. Because it's all original content. But anyway, does anyone remember that chick that did that tried to break the record for the most dudes in one day? And she did like 100 some odd dudes, and it was like, well, it was like under an hour or something like that, like within 3 hours or something like that. It's like every dude had like what, 30 seconds? Like, and it was all different dudes. So she had yeah, so not Convey. Yeah, that one. Yeah, not that one. Not that one. No, not that one. But that one, I didn't like that one, but it was alright. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't great, but it was alright. Does anyone remember that? I've always, in the back of my mind, wondered, what's the last dude? How did the last dude feel? Because like, you literally just walk in and it's just like a corpse at that point. A very, very white corpse. And at that point, would he feel like he was obligated? Like, did he have to like take like several pills? Because I feel like most people would like get to that point, walk into the room, see the literal corpse laying there, and go, yeah, I think I'm good. God, just imagine that. If that had happened, and she had to walk out and be like, well, I failed the challenge because the last dude got scared that he had walked into a corpse. Oh my God, the thought of that. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is a thought that always haunts me. You do not understand. The second I heard that happened, that was one fear. One fear. She wasn't dead. She knew what was happening. And just the idea of her looking up and seeing this horrified face, just slowly back out of the room. Sorry from chat a bit. Jelly. This is wrong. This is just chat. This is the soul's merged into one big soul. However, they can all come out. Oh no! Wait, does that mean you have 10,000 children egging you on while it's happening? Wait, that implies that you have 10,000 children all, oh my god. This is, oh my god. Just imagine, you look down, you're about to embrace your lover, and then 10,000 aborted children just show up out of nowhere going, yeah, you do it, yeah, make them a mother like we never could have had. Could you still do it? Could you still have that child? If you had 10,000 aborted children as your backup crew to call play-by-plays. Oh my god, it's play-by-plays. One of them gets down low and goes, yeah, that's a good job, buddy. You go, just goes down low and just goes, you're doing a good job there, buddy. I'm proud of you. This is gonna cause my friends to have an aneurysm. No, you need to let your friends know of what you need to let your friends know about this purely hypothetical situation where trying to have children with Jack would include having to deal with 10,000 aborted fetuses trying to hype you up. Because they really, really, really want to at least have one child not be aborted. Now here's another question. If Jack was to abort a child, would that child become an additional part of the Jack soul? So would aborting a child with Jack, would having Jack abort a child actually make Jack stronger? Would you actually end up making Jack stronger or older by having her abort her own fetuses? Because then she gets more souls in her tummy. Well, it's even better. Well, see, the problem is that venom makes him black, so that just makes everything better. I've already thought of that. No, servants can have kids. Not with that attitude. Not with that attitude. Not with that attitude. Only man chambers. However, Snake, you need to remember. However, servants that possess a living body should theoretically be able to have children. Such as the chick that took over the main chick with the big butt. I forget her name, from the Fate Stay Night. Who became that goddess chick with the fat feet that everyone stares at the feet and they lick them. And she's stupid. What is her name? Naga naga nuga naga nuga naga 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 blah 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 blahs. Forget her name. But yeah, if Jack did that to a child, and then wait. No, that'd just be a terrible idea. No. At least 18. And then you had a child. Would that then work? Huh? Oh, saying you don't know about that? So, like in Apocrypha, Jeanne d'Arc is not actually a servant, the servant is actually possessing a human's body. So the servant and the mage are actually one and the same, technically. I believe it was like her ancestor or something, which is why she has her master thingies on her back, and it's a big thing on her back, which has like 1 billion of those spell thingies. Because at that point, technically, Jeanne d'Arc is a servant, but also a mage master. Which would mean she has an actual human body and not just one made of mana. So if Jack did the same thing... Oh no, I was saying that... No, I was laying my brain... I was letting my brain send words to my mouth before my brain actually stopped to think about how they sound. And I almost said to him... I almost implied... Okay, so we'll get Jack to possess a child so that you can have children with that child. And that is a terrible idea. So I had to specify that Jack would have to possess someone who's 18 because then it's not inappropriate. Okay, that was happening to you too. That was happening to you too. Yeah, no, I think the actual wiki has been nuked. I think the actual wiki has legitimately been nuked. Yeah, I am almost certain the actual Toho website has been nuked. What? I don't know. So Jellybad, how am I bad? It's been hours, zero gameplay. Hey, I'm just doing what a normal VTuber does and not play the video game except for like the last 5 minutes. Hold on, let me actually check. Fossilized Wonders Wiki. Oh, I found it! The hell is it? This isn't what I want! Huh? Why this? Why that? Bruh. There we go. Okay, but the website still exists. Surprisingly. Taking the fandom money, I assume? Yeah, probably. Oh, cool. I looked at Twitter for 5 seconds. I think I just saw as soon as I know. Oh, no! Apparently haven't. Oh, wait. Yeah. Possession kills the host. They said that in one of them. Yes, however, it doesn't matter if the host is dead if someone else is possessing them. Why? Because that means the womb is still functioning. And if they still have a functional womb, what's the point of the rest of them? Because we don't care about something like personality, character, free will. All we care about is the womb. That's the part we care about in this situation here, buddy. Get on the program here. Get with the program. I mean, that's the important aspect still. What the heck? I mean, was I wrong? Hey, Toggles, I paid for some, but I never got them, and I didn't care enough to actually care to ask for them. So now, use Bing in the wiki was the second one that came up on it. Yeah, it's Bing. Yeah, that's Bing. But am I wrong, Snake? Am I wrong? The Waddle-Doos will say many things. They'll say you're a monster. They'll call you a murderer. They'll even call you, may Lord have mercy, a Kirby. But there's one thing they will never tell you, and they will never tell you you are wrong. They will never tell you you are wrong. Giant Ripper a child in pain? Did they just want a lolly? Because Jack the Ripper is 10,000 aborted fetuses inside of an overcoat trying to hit on a mommy. They are not finished this tonight. Watch me! Ryoshu's a mommy, so she wants to baby these two. Okay, wait. Alright, I will actually, okay, I am now playing the video game, everyone. However, I have an important question. Who would a Ryoshu like? Saying it being based. Which it was. It was both. Who would Ryoshu like? Would she like... Oh, she 100% likes Gregor. Yeah, sure, this works. There's only one of the more lollies I've seen in the fam is Abigail. One moment. I'm too lazy to look through my computer to find it. Why is there an edit with Ina on it? Here it is. But Master, what are you doing? That is my pancakes! I am keeping that up there for future use. For future use. Silverfoot, I read that one! I'm keeping an eye on you. Anyway, let's go! I didn't hear any noises. Oh, wait. I didn't read that. TKTDWK. Shut up. So you know dang well that's my favorite tag. What, blacked? Teaching kids to deal with kids. She says. Looks like your manager's not the only one who needs a translator. I would have liked to teach a particularly bloody art class, but that A.L. Black here discarded my lesson plan. Hi, Swift. Hi! Yeah, no. I don't think your lesson plan would have flown even if Zilu wasn't there. Artless or otherwise. In today's class, L-S-Y-N-C-F-U-A. What? But L-S-C-A-N-F-U-A-U-C. Huh? I'll snap your neck completely if you're an unruly adult. But I'll soothe, and nurture if you're an unruly child. Do you guys rehearse this or something? Am I getting pranked right now? No. Not at all. Just listen carefully, evaluate the context, and there you have it. What context? What context was I supposed to evaluate? Let the art do the talking. MTL, kid. Yeah. There's much to learn. Class is about to begin. Bring the class material, attendant. Baby. Having a catch machines, I'm more often than not living off-grid nowadays. I have to conserve my mobile data to use Wi-Fi. You're getting hunted down by the FBI? You live in Ruby. You live in Ruby Ridge? What the heck? Why? Upon the venerable family hierarch's orders. Don's a cute girl and Sinclair's a twink. That's how. Incorrect. Don is trying to teach Sinclair how to be a proper person. Proper little baby, so that Sinclair can woo the mommy, which is Ryoshu. I just live in the woods. Probably high at the look here, but I get where. No. Why is she? Wait, no, wait. What? But who from what family upon whose orders? Too many travel restrictions here, so I borrowed the rich kid's attendant. You've been bringing her along to get you to places, huh? No, I mean, just what do you mean you brought that kid on my orders? Ryoshu snuffed out his cigarette, opened the window to clear out the smoke, dusted off her clothing a few times, and only then brought the child to the elevated platform in front of the class. Kid's kinda trembling and anxious looking, huh? I extend my greetings to the venerable hierarch. Sorry, LIMBUS COMPANY. Pretty good so far. Game is good, correct. I'm currently playing Princess Maker. The kid's scared out of his mind. Memories of childhood are important. They're the experience that shape your future. Observe and learn. What's up with you acting serious all of a sudden? Though I do agree that child memories are important. My memories of Big Brother Bayou are what? Anyway, moving on. you had nothing. Point is, I think becoming approachable to kids here might help prevent a lot of potential future conflicts. But you've got your work cut out for you. Children of Dongyun are extremely wary of anyone who's not their immediate family. Even worse, you pretty much tricked that kid here using my name. He must be terrified. And I imagine his parents must have given him a whole lot of warnings too. I'll give you a demonstration. Behold. Hyper! Oh my god! I'm getting drugged! That is only for Sinclair? Fine! Scotch, but not predatory, lol. Yeah, pretty much. FC. Whoa! He's really taking a liking to her. Yeah, he wouldn't stop crying when we tried to get him to calm down. Besides, how was she even doing that with her hands? Not even masters of martial arts move like that. Ryoshu is practically giving him no time for any other distractions, even a moment to cry. She was taking care of that kid almost effortlessly. She was employing all kinds of tactics, including, but not limited to, ventriloquism, Kongju, a traditional Hangyon toy, fan tricks, sugared fruits, and eventually... Don't pull too hard. The child ended up piggybacking on Ryoshu. Fear he showed earlier gone without a trace. Never would I have imagined Ryoshu would be good at this. Neat. Sinclair now has the biggest boner on the planet. There is nothing stopping him from putting a child inside of that woman. And with the exact same expression as her usual one, Ryoshu was gently caressing the child. To be more exact, she was giving him a gentle pat. But I think I get it. Showering kids with tasty stuff and gifts isn't the best way to go about it. What's important is helping them understand just what kind of person I am. It's the event. Just trying to avoid main Kanto spoilers since I just finished Kanto 1. How do we tell him? He doesn't know. Oh no. Oh no, he doesn't know. Oh no, he doesn't know. So the events are story mandatory. And they are actually story important. They don't go away. You just lose access to the little flares that you can add to your little profile thing. And one ID or ego. What's important is helping them understand just what kind of person I am. Yeah, kid's really on edge for his age. I'd start to make some progress, but whenever he suspected that I was lying or something... All about stories they are based on, so the woman responsible for paying the mimetic hazard being good with kids had to be the biggest shock this game has ever given to me. Okay. You don't need to read the books, just read a synopsis of them. And you'll generally understand the path their character will most likely go. At least a general, like, feel of it. First time clears a mirror dungeon, still give reward for the events. Yes, as long as you do those. But if you don't do those, you don't get the award stuff. Duh. That's also because you're a dong young mutant kid. Kids don't survive this place for long if they're not quick on the uptake. Venerable Hierarch, may I ask you something? Well, asking's free, but I gotta tell you, it's gonna depend on what you're about to ask, whether I can help you or not. Wrong move, rookie hierarch. Why say all that when TWDT? You don't get the amalgamacy of succinct abbreviations. Yoshu grabbed the child's shoulders, brought him before Jiaji-chun, then, in her usual curtness, spoke precisely 2 words to the confused child, and that seemed to do the trick. None of me had done before I got caught up, and I had most of the awards from first-time kids. Yeah. Speak, kid. It's, my big sister, but when the very highlight was over, I can finally play songs with friends. Their parents told them to stay inside because it's too dangerous outside. My father says you're the biggest and the baddest of Hamgyong, venerable hierarch. So I wanted to ask you, you can make young Yanyun safe. I want to play with my friends. Gotcha. I'll review your suggestion positively. She says she'll totally make that happen. Contains spoilers for other cantos. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I mean, the events are mandatory, but it's not like how a canto is based very specifically on a sinner, right? Okay, so intervallos, they're called intervallos. The intervallos, may contain minor spoilers for character interactions and character growth, but they won't straight up just sit down and say, here is a spoiler. 9 times out of 10. Big spoilers for 8? Yeah, which has already kind of been spoiled. Why ego for Ryoshu any good, by the way, for stuff like in-game content? Swift, anything that is new will be good. 9 times out of 10. Another thing. Series 1 did have a big one for 7, too. Okay. The problem with that one is that 7 has a big spoiler because the stuff that happens in 7 is hard not to talk about. And technically 6 has a big spoiler for 7 too. Sorry, Middle on the Warp Express has a big spoiler for 6. Wait, what spoiler did Sweepers have? Wait. I'm best for each challenge. I'm in for 7 as well. I don't know how to tell. Oh yeah. Am I done? Not. Oh, I'm gonna say what? Chicken butt. Sometime later, after she guided the child out of the class, I found Jiaji-chun whispering something to herself. Got a lot on your plate, huh? Dealing with restructuring days is just one of them. Huh. I was going to try and improve the safety of this place anyway, whether he asked me to do it or not. Saving up for a kid like that to run around the market all on his own. Jelly, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't talk about current geopolitical happenings. Don't say it. Don't say it, Jelly. Don't say it. Don't say it, Jelly. Don't say it. Don't. No. No. Bad. Don't. Don't say it. Stop it. Thanks, Goku. You really helped me there, Dad. Thanks, Goku. Stop, Gohan. Don't say it. Don't say it. Stop it. That is bad. Don't. Oh, 21. The good drill sergeant, bad drill sergeant routine. 40. What? With a few words, I managed to convince the target to spill all the beans. That was busted. That was busted. CHHO gained 1 defense, 1 offense. Crimson Spring second form passion. Skill improved and gained a level. How do you gained a level? Neat. Neat. Doesn't even have, wait, hold on. That's just her. That's just the cunny. That's just the cute and funny. That's just the cunny. Why can't I just zoom in on her cute and funny? Okay, the one I did before was this. That was one I did before. I could do that. What's the fixes for dummies do? Gives +4 to G. Now I need more G. Japan's on the ground. Hey! Didn't believe the weird butt noise I made when I saw Zilu's face. Yes, that's because you are a baby. Destroyed but not defeated. Could do that. Hi, Silkson, by the way. I saw you had streamed it, but I'm avoiding spoilers for that game even more than I did with experience. Very good. It is very good. What's prep time do? Well, very good isn't bad. To give a simple explanation without spoilers, I kept walking in a direction, and my first response is, why is there a new pop-up to say I'm in a new zone? Why is there another new zone? Like, you know, like there is maybe like twice the amount of zones in this game straight up than Hollow Knight had. It almost feels like, it quite literally feels like I'm going this direction, and I stumble upon like 6 different places. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't mean to go here. I didn't even finish exploring the last place I was just at. Why is there a new place? Let's do it. Ah, darn, really? Neither one, huh? Gia Gang Bolus. Passive improved. Jin Gang. Jin Gang? What did that do? Oh, that one. Oh, it boosted the amount of defense levels up. All about the poker face. Okay. Well, I know Gregor. I know this one has to be one. It's Gregor! Of course it has to be this. It has to be one of these. Duh. Wait, hold on. There we go. It's Gregor. It has to be Gregor. Yeah, let's do it. You know something? Everyone communicates with their eyes even before they talk. So, you better pay attention to what their eyes are saying. Oh, no! 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 Get away! No! Keep it away! No! No! Let's go, Mahjong! Hold up, 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 hold up. Did, that one? Yeah. Hold up, it's important. Is that bamboo one? Wait, is that bamboo one? Wait, is that bamboo one? Who threw the, wait, is that bamboo one? Is that in the wall? Wait, hold on, is that bamboo wall is that the, wait, hold on, is that bamboo one? Or is that bamboo one, or is that a, whatchamacallit? I can't zoom in! Enhance. Think it might be a green dragon? It looks like a circle. It looks like a circle. It looks like a green circle. So I assumed it was the green bamboo one. But you know what? It could be dragon. Oh, look dead on it, Dante, and said, I'm sorry, before snapping my own neck. I hate Mahjong. How can you hate Mahjong? Mahjong's awesome. I love Mahjong. Great. That's really great. But I don't know, it kind of feels like an oddly specific subject to be talking about, especially. Yeah, it's a peacock. Yeah, no. It is a bamboo cock. It is a big, round bamboo cock with a bunch of frilly bits on it. Sinclair. Given the time limit, this just happened to be the fastest and clearest method of demonstrating and training your abilities to control your emotions. I swear I had no other ulterior motives. I was practically forced to do this. I don't know, it just kind of feels like an oddly subject to be talking about, especially when you were sitting around a gambling table. The Mahjong area is like the only room I completely avoid in the gold saucer. Oh, come on, it's Mahjong! Ah, well, stop glaring at us like that and join us at the table. I am only briefly visiting my lady to pick up some paperwork, as there is still much work to be done. I'll be leaving in no time. Ah, come on, guy. You know this game needs 4 players. I refuse your invitation. I just must say, it's ridiculous of you to force my lady to partake in such a base activity, and what audacity to invite me as well. Oh? So you think you don't have a chance? Oh, wow. And here I thought you'd at least be better than me at this game. Fine, fine, I get it. Don't play a game you have the snowball's chance in hell of winning. It's good philosophy, I subject to it. Do you seriously think your shallow, obvious attempts at goading me into playing this game will work? Huh? What? Sorry, Scrub says what? Oh no, it's a Scrub! Yeah, let's go! He got rage baited! He got rage baited into playing Mahjong! Yeah, the man with a horse! The man with an equine! The man with a full equine got rage baited into playing Mahjong. Rodian is the master baiting. Correct. Alright, this is pretty straightforward. You three will work together to ensure that I don't win this game. In other words, make sure I'm not number 1 by the end of it. Well, it seems easy enough, but be warned, I have this special power to read into their minds without hearing even a word out of their mouth. Let me give you a demonstration. Let's see. Sinclair, I can see the corners of your lips twitch while your eyes are suspiciously wandering over there. You're looking to form a pang, ain't you? Z-chan, you? Huh? You want this dong tile I've got. Now I know to never ever discard this tile. It was me, I exploded, I came all over the place, my bad. How'd you know? Honestly, it would have been tough for us to not know. You can't let yourself be anxious, sure, but don't ever let it peek through. The moment someone smells your weakness, they're gonna eat you up. And where you're? Use the glare of your glass to hide your eyes, huh? Well, this isn't gonna be easy. Your greatest mistake tonight was allowing me a seat at this table. I already know the ready hand you've got there. Oh, you do? Not bad. But you're just as much of an open book, my guy. You just need that one Zhong tile, don't you? Huh? Sorry, not sorry. You're not getting that tile. It's not there. Gong. I see. You caught Gong Meld so you can claim the Zhong, which was the rearmost tile, didn't you? Heh. Does that, by any chance, imply that you somehow know the location of every tile in this game? Nah, no way. I just have this sixth sense for bad vibes. Very well. Never once did I think I would ever step back into this dark world of shadows, but... Very well. Then I'll be setting this tray aside and... Well, I'm impressed. They're way too intense. I can hardly get involved. Guys, this is supposed to be a class for us? Shh, my lady. The importance of this matter cannot be overstated. I see. Swabbing out your ready hand, didn't you? What do you think? 3 tiles in a row, huh? I see you've got some innate luck, too. Very well, then. I have to wager it all on this one suit. I won! Hew! That's a Queen Yonjin hand! Your downfall was written the moment you forced me to discard Zhang! Ah, darn. I lost that, huh? Well played. Did you see that, my lady? Huh? I apologize for that vulgar display, my lady. I will bring some tea. Ray, victorious, stumbles out of the room with his shoulder slumped. That's adorable. The comedy duo! Comedy duo. Why am I not surprised that these two together are called the comedy duo? Oh. That's funny. Okay, well, that works, I guess. Wow, perfectly 21, huh? To get 500. Xie Chun gained 60 max HP. Xie Chun's Crimson Phoenix 3rd Form Blaze skill. Okay, I need other things, so that's 9 to 5. Or is your twos together? And Otis's gains well up. Hi, Trinity. So I think this 3 would work. I think maybe. Really nothing. Ah, yeah! I masturbate. Class on CNC engineering. It's practice to level up to master. Yay, another master class. Few words I managed to convince Toya to spill all the beans. Okay. Jesus Christ! Alright, well, I still have to conserve data, so I'm probably gonna leave the stream now. When I return to the future stream, I'll probably be much further into the LIMBUS Company. Bye, Element! Have a good day! Night, afternoon. Alright. Xie Chun's Adept Evasion skill improved. Xie Chun's Crimson Strike 2nd Form Rupture skill improved. Xie Chun learned Widening Knowledge passive. Learned the Tianya Sword passive. Wait, what? Turn in at 15 poise potency. Half poise potency and gain the following effects. All allies, including this unit, heal 10 HP. Have all removable negative effects. For attack, the target enemy gains +1 blunt resist. That's not good, though. I I feel like that's a mistranslation. I think that's saying they get the debuff 1, I think is what that's trying to say. I know I already did that. I could try that one. I could try that one, but that already is maxing out that. Oh, you're still a novice. You know what? Maybe you'll actually have a combo here. Wait, no, wait, Honglu. Wait, hold on, Honglu. You know what? Hey! Omniscient Artist Viewpoint. Plus 50% to all stats gained from class. Woo! 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 Oh, that's for Sinclair. Hey. Good job, guys. Okay, all 3 of those got upped. POW torture techniques. Learn the reassuring heart passive. Slash resist decreased by increase. She now tanks more slashy stuff now. Third form. That's a decapitation. That did not say my. That said form 3 decapitation. Bruh, it got colored. POW torture techniques. On hit, if target is bind or bleed, gain clash power up next turn. Turn start all allies, including this unit, heal 5 SP. Comments up the main target's SP is equal to or higher than this unit's. Gain 1 protection. Huh. I guess it was this form, because the only one that says third. Alright. Let's go. I heard from Big Brother that you sent your coins to Big Brother Shui. Every hand once in circulation goes round and round until eventually returns to their original owners. I also heard that some of the Wang family helped with removing the foreign powers from here. Why? I only wanted to prevent this place from getting robbed blind. I live here, you know. This is where my wealth lies. Well then, can I ask for your public support? Oh, I applaud your audacity in thinking someone who just gave you the moon should be asked for the stars as well. Dude, he's over there. With a clock for a face. They're not gonna stay here, buddy. Everyone and their mother knows in whose hands the true political power of Hongyong lies right now. With that in mind, let's say that I do announce my public support for you. I'm not going to have a voice to speak with by the time the powers that be are done with me. Look, Big Sis Yunchun genuinely believes that I'm not fit to be the family hierarch, then I'll happily remove myself from power. But if she's affiliated with Q Corp, do you seriously believe she has Hong Yoon's best interests at heart with all those conspiracies she's been weaving under the surface, all those business deals, and clearly skewed policies? I do not. If you're going to present yourself as the alternative, then you have to be someone concrete enough to rely on. Let me just say that about half of the board of directors' votes may as well be considered abstaining votes. They're keeping their silence because they're afraid of Jia Yunchun's retaliation. So your remaining task is to convert those silent votes in your favor. Oh, not shaken by that at all, huh? I thought you'd get that lost and wondering look in your eyes. I guess I'll have to work on my poker face. No, most people would have failed to pick that up. You've certainly changed since the evaluation. Your growth shows a lot of promise. Maybe that's why he handed his coins over to you. Well, I guess that's not the only thing he handed over to you, I suppose. Hong Young's tomorrow. Anyways, I should probably do as I'm told for now, huh? My cousin will be your opponent today. I won't accept you as my hierarch just yet. Fight me and prove that you're at least better than I am. Only then I'll accept you. I wanted to see his battle. I wanted to see him fight, though. I feel like he's gonna be very rude, but I'm curious. Saying, perfect, I know you. Structure now. What? Whoa! Onward, little by little. I'm sorry, but that was a cut-in. That was a cut-in. What was up with that cut-in? Now tell me everything you know. That's Hong Lu! Girl, you good? What? Do you have something to say to my face? Yeah, don't give my little brother your crap. Your little brother? You know who I'm talking about. Do you have any idea of a mess you left behind when you yoinked that kid away? That buzzcut kid was a little... Her? I'm just gonna believe you, Dante. You barely even hold on to your seat, which you're about to lose soon anyway, and you have the gall to give him false hope. I know it's all just politics to you, but kids really believe you, you know. I heard from the kid that you seemed relieved upon hearing what I said. Oh, no, the pop-up. Wait, what are you talking about? What bug? What bug? Wait, there's a bug? Where? I'm not playing Hollow Knight. Tell me you were happy for once to hear that he had the fun time at being bored from playing with his friends with how things are in Hong Young. Shut up! The exact part you did. It is a generic Asian person with buzz cut, well not buzz cut, but with bowl head, short hair. That is as much of a twink as it is a woman. What? I wasn't making an empty promise when I said I will change Hongyeong to be a place where everyone can live without fear. And for that, I'm going to protect my seat of power, no matter what it takes. You'll fail. Now with you on my side. We all know what Big Sister Yanchun Tangyun looks like. He'll be exactly the same in essence and will be the same for the foreseeable future. Tell me, are you sure you're okay with handing over that same burden we've carried all our lives to your little siblings? Of course not. Wang Jishen left in a hurry, but that look in her eyes told me that there was conflict brewing in her. Alright, lads, listen up. This ain't gonna be like some boring old class you've been sent through. You've gotta leave the desk behind once in a while and learn some real life lessons, yeah? Right, so here's the deal. You wanna break their morale before the brawl even begins. Brawl? Learn this by heart. You'll be kicking those twats' butts left and right, sir. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. So, Heathcliff, I've got to ask this question. Something about your club seems different today. It's a lot more colorful, too. Ah, bollocks. That catches on quick. That way bloke said something about how swinging around a club might come off as too threatening and confiscated it. That high-tech weapon cries boop when it hits people. Of course it does, Zilu. Of course it does, Zilu. Aye, don't you understand me just cause I'm holding a different bludgeon? Let's get on with it. Straighten your shoulders. Eyes wide open. Let's get cracking. With that, Heathcliff triumphantly raised his newfound weapon toward the sky. It made a small boop noise. Flame. Yay! Yay! Spirit of Fixers passive. What? Removes the first stagger threshold from this unit. Woo! That's actually pretty good. This one? 40 morale restored by class. Bruh. F around and find out! Bruh, their combining is F around and find out. That's hilarious. Ow. Jesus Christ. Shin Yang Dolis passive improved. Jiaji turns the Hierarch of Hangyun passive improved. +1 offense level and learn how to prepare for war. What? What? Encounter starts. Heals 10 SP and gain 2 offense and 2 defense level ups. What? I forget, did I already try with her with... I don't remember. Let's try it. Hey, I got one. This class, after an uncharacteristic pause, Zilu continued, will be taught by a guest lecturer who has been invited for your tutelage. Guest lecturer? I was informed of this. Where are they? I don't know, maybe they're lost? A little bird told me the venerable hierarch would get me a bottle of top-notch cloudy wine straight from down yon Yoon's brewer. Whew! There ain't any truth to that, folks. Huh? That guy. Just stopping by to see if I can leak some liquor at this party. Hong Yon's an apple misery place. If you'd spare a shot of liquor for this bold drifter, won't ya? Well, you're clearly not just any poor old drifter. Are you guys acquainted? He has to be a pinky. He had ambushed us in our room after the first round of the Family Hierarch War was over. What? The Family Hierarch War has been over for a while, and everyone in Hongyang knows who the winner is. How dare a mongrel like you who only knows how to mooch off other families set foot in here. Looks like I'm going to have to give my clan a stern talking to. How can they let slip a drunk assassin like... I see there are youthful hierarch is plenty suspicious. I've been a guest in many places, but please, I am no moocher. Don't you worry the rest. I'm only a drunkard who enjoys a cool... He's a pinky. He is a pinky member. The man who had introduced himself as the Night Drifter of the Drunken Palm leaped down, landing with dexterity that betrayed the rags he wore as clothing and the terrible stench of liquor. Or he's a colored fixer. Bad news, Missy Chin. Apparently, Jia Yun Chun bestowed upon you a new master. Huh? Big sister Yun Chun. She also wanted us to deliver the message that she was seeing a master because, and I quote, I feel a deep sense of trepidation and pity for my dearest little sister, the neophyte hierarch, who must be struggling left and right without a proper master. Wow, I am beside myself with gratitude. So that's the supposed teacher, this mysterious guy with a mysterious allegiance who might stab us in the back at any time. As said, the Family Hierarch War is over, and even Mongols of Hongyeong know who was the legitimacy here. The incident during the contest was nothing more than business, an odd job to take care of in return for what compensation they gave me. I hope I don't carry that grudge in your heart. I'm sure you don't harm your rivers in the Family Hierarch War out of personal vendetta, did you? Sometimes business is just business. I killed the young master by you before they promised to pay up my bar tab, and I'm here to give the hierarch a lesson before they promise to pay up my future tabs. There's nothing to be gained by taking your anger out on a gig worker living hand to mouth to myself, don't you think? I'll advise that the optics and the consequences of rejecting a master sent to us by Jia Yunchun herself is not going to look too good. I know it's only going to make me look worse. I'd rather not give big sister Yunchun more ammunition to take me down. And you! They'll shoot you with a shotgun. We have guns. Ain't that a threat? I can handle a taste of the wine before such hostility. I'd be so happy if guns just completely nullify the effects of Meng. Like, that should be so funny to me. Oh yeah, you have Meng? Well, I have something better. A Glock. I have something better, an AR with hollow point. I have a Magnum. I have an early 1700s musket. Or a late 1700s musket. Huh? But I just getting started. Your form is flying, your breathing is hollow. Need I say more? This. Flat forms off, invite flat heart. In other words, your martial arts prowess is Damien versus a 50 cal. Well, no, Snake. Guns are actually restricted. Are restricted because they kill too easily. And so the idea is that you don't. The cost of them are so great that you don't want to ever use them. Because you're essentially guaranteeing you insta-kill anyone you shoot. However, that one bullet costed a lot, so it's easier just to give them your wallet. You know, I was thinking, someone was going to mug me, so I shot him in the face, and then I realized I just shot him in the face, and that bullet costed more money than what I had in my wallet, so should have just given him my wallet. Amateurish. What the heck? Is this guy serious? I've never had a single master who had anything bad to say about my form. The arms are straight and the legs supporting your stance are solid and sturdy. Indeed, most masters would not bother themselves to find faults there. But let me pose this question. Are you, my venerable pupil, satisfied with martial arts that are made to dispatch unskilled peasants and no more? Huh? There's more to this than raw strength. Now, take a swing at me instead. You asked for it. As you most could avoid it with people like Virgil moving so quick, Dante didn't even see him knock down Don early on. No. Incorrect. Guns are restricted because if you got shot in the face, you'd be dead instantly. GG, easy, you're just done. However, if you take a sword to the face, you could walk that off. There's a chance you can walk that off. But a bullet, you can't. That's why Full Stop office was always in debt. Full Stop office always did not have money. Oh no, Virgil could probably also get one shot by a bullet. Virgil could probably also be one shot by a bullet. Swing at the Night Drifter. Your mind outpaces your body. Your intent more transparent than a glass globe. And your edge is dull, for it has very little heart for fangs. But he deftly weaves his way between her strikes, which fail to even touch the tip of his ragged cloak. You're far too eager to strike. Focus singularly on your opponent, with force distributed unevenly across your body. So you will fail to cut and gain a little hole as comeuppance. Then the Night Drifter pokes you as she turns back with a twig. Everyone vying for the seat of the family hierarchy has to go through it eventually. The first kill. Some say the earlier, the better. Mine was when I was 13. Not too early, not too late. Just right. It's already been a few years since my foolish brother's locked himself in his chamber. Last I heard, he was bedridden for a week after ingesting some poison someone had sent to prank him. Also, I thought that you taking damage was also a canon thing and not just a mechanic. Yes, it is. I'm not going to live like that, dumb butt. Try to relax your body, won't you? You have a weapon, yes, but one mustn't singularly focus on the opponent. Do try to reflect upon yourself and relax. Let the unnecessary strength go. Let it flow out of your body. tensing up as you do will naturally shrink your mind and narrow your vision. Hey, Wei, should I send Big Bro a silver spoon or something? He wasn't that bad this time, but what if they gave him a way worse poison next time? You know young Master Bayou won't accept your gift, my lady. I doubt he's even seeking the culprit now. So stupid. Zero interest in anything practical. Zero ambition. What a silly, pathetic attitude to have. Just how? But, my lady, it wasn't practicality that guided you when you chose to save my life over maintaining your control over the Wu branch. Some seek the state of another, and the non-self. What they seek is the path of a sewer, reserved for the like of blade fiends. You must learn to let go of everything, except for the self. What kind of life is it to live without stepping over others? Let it all go. The gazes, the pressures, all of it. Instead, face yourself, and only yourself, and feel how light it all becomes. After some thought, Zichun's form visibly relaxes. Was it just her form that relaxed? Her pursed lips seemed to have found peace as well. Heh, she's got it. Well, then what should we do about you, my overconfident, proud pupil? While you maintain your grave and cocky silence. I wasn't being cocky. If my memories haven't failed me yet, you were one of young Master Gia Bayou's underlings, correct? Underlings? Yeah, however you want to call it, I guess. Sinclair replied with a resigned sigh. Just why do you think it was that specifically you, among his 12 underlings, were chosen to take this class alongside the young hierarch? Sinclair momentarily flashed a flustered expression, taken off guard by the stranger's sudden, pointed question. Yeah, I mean, true, but it would be very quick. Maybe not one tap, but like 2 taps minimum. Like, bop to the face, or like 3 bops to the chest, dead. No questions asked. Well, who else besides me would ever go along with these lesson plans? Don Quixote's going to ditch the class out of boredom, say goes for Rhodia, and Otis try to take over the classes. Not to mention what it'd be like to have Heathcliff here and... Such a liquidous list of excuses. Strike a nerve, did I? How come you know so little about yourself, even less than what I have already learned about you? What are you talking about? A bird that has failed to break its shell in time will rot within its confines. I still don't understand what you're talking about. Even as he said so, Sinclair's expression seemed more like anxiety than confusion to me. Prepare yourself to filt away before the rain. You won't get another chance should you miss the opportunity. Then the night drifter giggled flippantly, the suddenly serious attitude nowhere to be seen. Been a while since I let myself babble on for this long. Suppose I can credit my foolish pupils for that. Prepare to swing away. Enemy of yesterday, friends of the day. All stats up. Cool. Yo, that was awesome. Huh. What it needs is kindness. Cool. Jiaji Chun stat gain Rin up 7. Jiaji Chun stat gain up Rin by 7. Jiaji Chun's min and max speed increased. Crimson Phoenix 4th form. Key. Skill improved. Gain 60 max HP and gain a level and learn Crimson's Cleave skill. What? 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 I don't know, people like him and Roland could probably manage to avoid it altogether. No, what I'm assuming is bullets just override Mang and Shin. Well, it doesn't say it overrides anything, so I'm confused how it even activates. Like, I don't even see how it could possibly activate. Nothing activates it. There's nothing in the passives that activate it. But what I'm pretty much saying is that bullets would just go through Mang entirely. And Shin. Because otherwise, the idea that bullets aren't just so stupid, broken, busted that they need to completely and utterly nerf their existence to the dirt to prevent people from being able to just easily kill everyone in like seconds. That's the reason why no one uses guns, even though guns are available, is because the city has nerfed their actual ability to be used tremendously by restricting how they can be made, how many can be made, restricting who can make them, and restricting the price, i.e. making them overpriced to all heaven. Because, and I quote, they'd be too easy to kill everyone. They can't react to it. Restrictions with taxes! Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much just got taxed to death. Hold up, I need to find this here. Yeah, boost both of you. Oh, but I get into the bad zone. Oh, maybe I go into the bad zone though. Yeah, I feel like that's probably best. And then next one we'll do those three. I don't want to, because it does mostly boost, Rin, but... Ah, YOLO. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Bam bam banana banana. Alright, now I do this one. Now I'm going to do this one. Now I'm going to do this one. Because there's no way that the person that's talking about sure won't be also you. Dun 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 Means the thing Zero used to increase her durability, find the thumb guy, right? Find a normal bullet, bypass that. Because the gun. Because gun, that's why. Bruh, I have so much Rin. Just that one. Okay, and that one. Talking with swords. I knew you'd also get one. Oh God, it's you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adept evasion skill improved. Crimson Strike third form, might. Crimson Spring fourth form, flow. Okay. Hey, I gain poise now. None of these are called that, so, what? None of these are called flow, so, what? In this encounter, when this unit takes damage that brings their HP down to 0, nullify that damage. Then this unit's HP cannot drop below 1 for the turn. Jesus. Banana! Only 6 more days. Dang, am I glad I got my head screwed back on. It's a precious sight to watch everyone all freaking out about this child's play. Aww, the missed news I've been hearing since I opened my eyes in the recovery room sound very enticing. I really wish I was there to watch it all. Half the family's heads getting arrested for treason. The seat of the family hierarchy going to some inexperienced kid from the Gia family. That's true. However, I don't count the Tiger Mark rounds as bullets because they're not bullets. It's more like just extra propulsion. And I'd like to note, Zilu almost died from that. The Shin was the only thing that kept her alive. All the entertainment in the world seems to have happened during my little nap, don't you think? You didn't even show your face at the regular assembly, so I doubt you've any concern for the future of Hongyeon. Just what are you doing here? I thought I'd have some fun. I'm so happy. I'm so happy he's here. Perfect. I know your structure now. I'm not afraid anymore. I get wrecked. Why does the skill not have 3 coins? Jesus! Okay, can I have that? Can I have that? Can I have those skills? Can my Gia also have those skills? Can I also have those skills? Can I have those skills too? I want those. I want those skills though. Why stop now? Decapitate me like my last death, or stab me in the heart. Go cut my limbs to ribbons. Listen, this duel's just a spar, okay? You don't have to kill each other for this to end. Ha! Now isn't this frustrating? You have the opportunity of a lifetime right before your eyes, and you're too weak to use it? You have everyone who fights you on every step of your way coming to you. Practically sitting their head on a silver platter, and you're just gonna let them slink away with these scratches? Get your act together. Family hierarchy war's over, and I'm not going to kill someone just because they're being a bit uncooperative. Yeah. I put them in the German sex dungeon. Hey, want to hear a little tip on how you can firmly establish your position as a family hierarch? Kill me in the most horrible, painful... Okay, dude. Just calm down. 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 It only takes 5 days before everyone starts eating out of your hand. And that's how you establish yourself as a hierarch. Fear is power. No. Don't want to do that anymore. I'm here to make Hongkong a place where its people can live without fear. I thought you of all people might understand. I remember how you used to hate hurting people, more so than anyone else. Man, what a boring answer. That was duller than even my dullest expectations. It'll only take a few years until you break to become just like them. Just like the family hierarchs of the past who couldn't help but ruthlessly weed out any seeds of resistance. Just how many people here do you think still have any gripe with their sanity? Maybe I'm only a few years away from becoming an idiot shuffling aiming to see around Dongyang-yun. I can only hope that I won't be a slobbering mess by the time that happens. If something entertaining is gonna happen, I can only hope that it happens while I'm still sane. Zhao Pan sauntered away, but Jie Chen found it difficult to move on. You have passed 4th exam with flying colors. You've certainly crushed them for underestimating you. I love this. This right here. I love this. My lady? Somewhat safe to say a bullet's not killing, but it's not gonna one-tap Virgil. However, like 2, maybe 3 of them, nah, that's killing him. That's killing him. Especially if it's like a 50 cal, that's the... What? Oh. My lady seems to be in a particular mood today. It's all useless, isn't it? Z-chan? I mean, not today a bullet, or similar shaped bullets. When these classes end and you guys all leave, I guess I'll be spending my days worried to death that an assassin could pop up out of nowhere and kill me at any moment. Consumed by so much paranoia and worry that I'll start twitching at shadows cast from lamps' lights. It would mean anything for me to, you know, prove to them that I deserve to be the family hierarch. Spent my whole life trying to prove to everyone that I have the will and determination to become the family hierarch. And I have to prove to everyone I deserve to keep it? Those bloodies that gabbas? Mr. Wei, have you ever heard of plain hooky before? Plain hooky? Is it a euphemism for torture, killing, eating? Well, I've rarely done it back when I was in school, but when there's too much going on in your head, you just skip school and go out to play. I've only done it once myself after a friend talked me into it. He went and had gay butt sex with his boyfriend Demian. Oh no! That was with Cromer. I agree. It seems that the time for my lady to clear her head has come. Very well. Let's just play just one hooky. What are you guys doing? Come on, let's get moving. I gotta prove myself don't I? She's in a real bad mood today, huh? My lady, have you visited the backyard by the Luxois Hermitage? Oh, God. Don't get me started on that. I have done this terribly so far. And decided to bury the whole thing. Indeed, they did. The stench was so overwhelming and toxic that corpses of animals and plants could be seen floating on its surface, eventually turning the pond into festering black bog. People passing by had to plug their noses or risk passing out. So why even bring up something awful like that? It seems that a tree had taken root there, milady. Amidst all that rot, a willow. The willow tree reached deep into the pond with its roots, clearing it all of the foul grease, cleansing the water. And one day we found it clear and glittering, thriving with other aquatic plants growing within. It's recovered from the rot, becoming a normal clear pond surrounded by leaves and moss. Some months ago they introduced a few carps in there, and when they checked again, they were just as vicious as they were on their first day there. Would you like to pay the pond a visit, if it's alright with you? Chen didn't seem to quite buy his explanation, but she followed him anyway. Ah, this is the best! Hey look, it's the cunny. It's the cunny's cunny. You weren't kidding! I avoided this place for so long. That's a shark. I never thought it could be this clean again. I can hardly believe that this pond used to be a rotten bog. All that happened was this tree happened to take root here. What matters, my lady, is patience and determination. Of course, this place had slipped my feet. Mine, then, as I was quite swamped with work, but the world has a stronger capacity to heal itself than one might imagine. Recovery will follow as long as there is a steady root to rally around. Nice, you're making good progress. Your form, the light in your eyes. I think you've certainly improved in all aspects. I dare say you've had some change of heart, too. Yeah, I do feel a tad more comfortable than I did before. I hate you. Took the class! Oh man, I love that. Got a gambling passive. On Clash, win without losing any coins, regardless of whether they hit or not. If every coin flipped by that skill, down to the final coin. Flipped heads, the final coin deals 30 plus damage. Nice. I know you have to have something with them. Let's find out. Alright, classes, here's a new task to help you learn how to break your enemies' morals. The moment you shrink in front of your enemies, you've already lost, so don't matter how many they are, or how they threaten you they look. Take me, for example. Have I ever turned tail and played like some milksop, no matter what enemy we were put up against? I don't think you ever have. Leave it to the nerds to waste time coming up with strategies and what have you. Listen, there ain't a problem in the world you can't solve by boldly rushing in head first. Ishma and Otis would have boldly rushed in head first to shake him by his lapels if they'd been here. Ishmael is here, though. That's why neither of you could say stuff against those buggers back in the assembly hall. Am I right? Oh, his voice is killing me. Judge Cho maintained his science, the old scorn of pride growing sore again. So let me help you out. Get some backbone. Try getting mad at me. Oh, that is very easy, dude. That is very easy, dude. Okay, but how could I? Oh my gosh. Unlike you two, I built up enough thick skin from all kinds of insults takes my years in the backstreets. I'm bloody invincible. Yeah, well, shut up, Heathcliff. Good lad. You're hardly even a teacher, man. This guy sucks. All you're doing up there is staying around and trying to look cool. Oh, that's one's guysing a little. That's it, you little stuff. Is what I would have said back in the day. I probably would have struck you with this hammer. I mean, my club. Jelly, call this man gay. I'm sorry, but liking feet is the most straight thing possible because even the gays are not that degenerate. And the gays are like literally 90% degenerate. Snake is actually worse than a homosexual. May Allah forgive, he likes feet. Like, may Allah forgive, he likes feet. I bet you. I did on the fire as well. Yeah, I will. I think Jelly admits Snake was straight. For feet, yes. But only the feet. So if Snake was, I think Snake's perfect man would be if he cut off the feet of a 10-year-old girl and then stapled them onto his 45-year-old dude with a back tattoo. And you mean us? Me and Z-Chun? I grew my backbone by getting into fisticuffs with the boys during my backstreet days. They break my arms, and then they kill me, and then they kill me some more. Is that what besties is supposed to mean? Z-Chun asked with considerable confusion. Well, let's do this, I guess. You don't want me to go easy on you, do you? I don't. What? Thrashing the hatch. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that on. Fix panic type. Wait, what's a panic type? Oh, overwhelmed. That's funny. Then, hope she jumps to avoid being caught. Shut up! Coming inside and gain attack up. Finding a stage, you gain Thrashing the Hatch based on the sum of Ji, Yong, and Rin gained from classes. Level 4. Turn start. If this unit is staggered, recover from stagger, then gain a sign. Ah, they didn't update the passive's actual model. One who seeks to be born must first destroy a world? What? What? Ha! Okay, why activating Crimson Cleave? What is this? Awesome.
꽃처럼 화려한 바람처럼 가볍지 벌처럼 날카롭게
Ha! Get wrecked. His forehead, the mark. Man, they have changed tattoo now. So, yeah, no, they changed because, Rui, do you know why they changed it? They actually have a really legitimately cool reason why they changed it. Ah, that's good enough. My heck, lad, that was much cooler than I thought. Huh. Good match. Geez, don't most people usually lose steam the longer a fight gets? Heck was that at the end? Two of them clashed with everything they learned. With all they learned up until the lessons began. I thought for sure that Jia-Ji-Chun would come out on top without breaking a sweat. Given that Sinclair wasn't using an identity and the tough training Jia-Ji-Chun had as a family heart could end it, but... What? Wait, that's the reason why? Wait, what? Wait, they gave a reason why? Wait, that was the reason why? Really, link me that, please. Please link me that, please. I need you to unironically link me that. Because they didn't just change the one. No, they changed it for everyone. Every single person with a sign has a unique personalized sign. So the one that you saw in the little picture, that's Sinclair's sign. But that's not everyone's sign. Everyone that has a sign has a unique personalized sign. So Demian's sign is different. Rim's sign is different. That's what I thought. Hey, to the night drip that's changing. That might on his forehead. Good job, Sinclair. Yeah, it's not like we were going at it with real weapons. If I ended before I got any further, thankfully, so I'm not hurt or anything. I'm feeling a bit of a fever on my forehead, though. It didn't seem like Sinclair noticed the single, yet clear red line that appeared on his forehead. It's not like anything bad happened when that mark manifested back in La Mancha land, but considering that Demian and Rim were the only other people who'd ever shown similar marks, couldn't help but worry a little. Hey, have you ever run away from home before? Where's this coming from? Going by the way you're acting, it's clear to me that you're a homebody, but if it's a legal thing, it's not worth going after. Even more so from another country. Yeah, exactly. Well, no. They would change it, but why would they make it so that each individual one had a different symbol? Why would they just change it to be everyone has a different symbol, you know? But also, buddy, that is literally the mark of Cain. That's not a supernatural thing. That is literally what the mark of Cain looks like. That is not a supernatural thing. That is a biblical thing. That is literally what the mark of Cain looks like. Supernatural and the AMC do not own the rights to the mark of Cain. The tree I learned it from is in DMs. Yeah, I have some very bad news for you, Rui. That guy's actually retarded. That's literally just the actual mark of Cain. That's not like a supernatural thing. That is literally what the mark of Cain looks like. Like, that is literally the mark of Cain. It's not supernatural thing. It is yeah. Like, I know it's from Supernatural, but it's also like an actual normal thing. And I'm pretty sure that the mark of Cain is actually a Hebrew word. Okay, once I actually finish the last couple days of this, then I'm gonna end the stream. Well, obviously once I finish the days. I wouldn't call it running away from home. It's more like I left home because I didn't have a choice. How'd that feel? Like I was melting away into nothing. Suddenly had to face the whole terrible world of all on my own. And that was so overwhelming that, well, I'm sure you can't quite commiserate. You've been on top of your game your whole life, after all. I did leave Dong Young Yoon by my own volition, but to be honest, here's something I never told Wei. I thought that said unnutterable. I thought that said unnutterable. I am almost certain someone could put a nut in you. I know someone could. I guess neither of us were that ready for the world when we left home. I feel just as lost back home, though. And there's Heathcliff, too. He also left home some time ago. We paid a visit to the manor he grew up in. Heading home must have been pretty exciting for him. You have no idea how much of the journey back he spent gussying up and primping his hair. Something just came up. Class dismissed. Aw, poor guy. Mad dogging! Wait, what? Family matters? Aww. Yay! Don't get hard sidetracked. Feel a bit weird. There's too much after day 30 to finish in this stream, but the next one might be a... No, it's called I'm gonna be doing this again. Because I wanna do this perfectly. There's no way in 3 days I'm getting 400 points in both of those. Wait, where was it? The inner self, starting from turn 3, gain 2... Why turn 3? Charlie did early on just to troll people. Lamau. that works, I guess. Class over. Woo! I could break the enemy's morale. Woo! No, bye-bye, bye-bye! Alright, there we go. Everyone's master. Hierarch of Hongyun passive increased. A pathetic response in my bestie's arrival. When other allies are hit, okay. Turns out if Sinclair is participating in this battle. Hey! That's awesome! And I have them all, huh? Neat. You. What'd that do for you? No, yeah, let's do it. Emptied all distractions. So you're going to teach us any techniques? Haha! It's only been a few days since your training began yet. My other martial arts masters would teach me their secret techniques. That's what got you two patting all lessons. Ooh, now that's some good wine, very well. I'm in the mood. Let me teach a useful trick. Tell me, what did I teach you to do as you swung your sticks? Get all those things that put pressure on me to face nothing but myself and my movements. And that's only the start of it. First, emptiness of sound. The slight friction from the tips of your toes, the ruffles of your clothes, your breath. Erase them all. Face every ripple. I'm assuming to get the perfect ending on this, you had to do 800, right? Despite the wild movements, we hear nothing. Emptiness of form. Seems into his movement until all semblance of pattern becomes lost. There's something clownish about his unpredictable movements, but they were also so hypnotic and funny that Chun and Sinclair couldn't look away. Emptiness of mind. Try not to focus the direction of your heart. Empty your desires and intentions both. Stab without thinking. Penetrate without gazing. And Silu, who had been staying next to me all along, had leaped a small distance away, seemingly deep in thought. And my neck hurts too. Guess I wasn't spared from the lesson. But this fits that saying me saying others from time to time. To lose one nose with eyes open. Sheer descent is slow and gradual. You've been focusing entirely on the self with your swings thus far, so you should find it quite easy to reach the state of emptiness of mind. Did I just say that one must take it slowly and gradually to empty your mind already? I'd have taught you my everything had you entered my tutelage long ago. Am I doing this right? No, wait. Can you relax more? So the clue to the emptiness of form. What technique is this? Drugs. It's called drugs. Well, it's supposed to be our ultimate move, right? Would it be more official to give it a name? Well, in that case, well, that's some good windy. I guess I'll do it with something like Blasted Step. Unrestrained ripples. And it sucks. That's cute. Been a while since I saw someone give a lesson like this starting from its very fundamentals. Hardly can one find a pupil waiting to slowly learn from the very fundamentals in a world of infinite technological advancements like the Veil. I am only fortunate enough to find 2 pupils who are indeed willing to guide your tone. I knew it! I knew he was a pinky! Necessary for you to dig as you don't quite recall putting anything on your tab. Put your futile questions to rest, for I have no answers to give. The past is like smoke. I've long emptied any history worth delving into. Drugs. Yeah! Oh, it was a failure. The last day. You. And you. Wait, no, you. Nope, not gonna get it. Darn it! Darn it! Well, I'm supposed to teach this class, but honestly, I'm not entirely sure what to do here. It's not like I can suddenly teach you guys to hear the fathoms of other people's hearts. Yeah, it's not like we can suddenly have a heart-to-heart out of nowhere, right? And that's precisely why I have installed this box called Messages from the Heart by a door here when the lessons first began. Huh. Great strength of Messages from the Heart is its anonymity. Here, people can anonymously share the concerns that have been eating away at them without the fear of judgment. Yeah, this seems like a great idea. I can see how everyone can be more honest about their feelings behind the masks of anonymity. The box is quite heavy. Seems that everyone's been making quite the liberal use of it. Let's see. The one on the bottom has to be the first message. Let's see what it says. Does consultations even do anything? Does this mask of anonymity even do anything? Also, what's the point of these messages anyway? You got to whinge at their face. Well, I ain't got much else to say, so I've got one. My neighbor next door keeps making weird noises at night. So do something about that, yeah? Something about a smoke in her head. Over and over again. Point is, it's been getting on my nerves. That doesn't get taken care of in the week. I'll deal with it my own way. Deal with it how? Well, but personal grievances. Let's see what the next one says. Who dares holler the executive manager with such useless, weak-minded complaints? If you're going to continue wasting the executive manager's precious time and cause them trouble, I will personally hold you responsible for that blunder. You'll best prepare yourself for consequences. Wow, it's like she's right here, speaking right into my ear. Never thought written words could cause hearing damage. I don't know if it's just me, but someone's probably been spying on these papers, huh? I've got no proof, too. I folded this piece of paper up into a padlock knot shape. Well, whoever spied on it did a pretty bad job of replicating it. Oh, and another thing. My compass disappeared. It's the compass I got for surviving the hellish depths of the Bella Marte trenches. We're going to have to reestablish some house rules soon. Adapter point? Did one of you steal her compass or something? Nah, no way. It's probably in her hair. Something troubles me. Oh, fine! Someone finally made a real concern here. Was it a Type A wire that caused the explosion? Or was it caused by replacing the con part from shadowing gear? Ah, the likely answer has been found. Do not concern yourself with this message. Well, that's that, I guess. Look, I felt like I should really share this with everyone. This one might be something serious for once. I can't just let this slip away like nothing happened, you know? Oh! Oh, I thought that was Gregor. Yeah, I'm talking about the incident happened aboard Memphis some time ago. Remember how someone smashed an alarm clock against Dante's head while they were sleeping? No one ended up figuring out what happened there, right? Oh. You're gonna have to bring me up to speed on this. Yeah, I don't know exactly when this was, but there was a loud shattering noise outside at night, so we all ran out to see what happened. No one managed to find any credible clues, so I guess you just let it slide. Anywho, Dante said they were okay, so we just moved on from it, but I'm telling you, I saw what I saw. I saw Greg's bug arm. Here's my guess. What if he happened to lose balance while carrying that alarm clock with one hand? You know what I mean? I'm trusting the anonymity thingy on this. Gregor, he wouldn't. The alarm clock broken due to shock at the time of the incident was pointed precisely at 22:32, and at that hour, only 2 individuals were awake for the night watch duty. Guys, this is turning into like a whole investigation. Around 2200, one of the 2 individuals who were on night watch duty was, yet Miss Foss was one of them. Hey Dante, did you have a brief conversation with Foss that morning? Now that I think back on it, I did have a talk with Foss that day briefly. Foss made a few criticisms of my command styles, and she was right, but I pretended not to heed her because I didn't have anything to retort with. Oh my god, wait, these are tangent? Wait, this is just a tangent?! So, fellas, I don't think anyone's noticed this, but I noticed a dusting of cigarette ash near the shadow alarm clock. As you know, Magic Butt, there's only 2 among us to smoke, but one of them stayed up in his room. You know what I mean? There's a witness, too. Unless that witness is a coward liar, I'm sure she will come forward and tell everyone exactly what happened that night. Ha! I shall prove on thee that I am no cowardly weaver of lies. In truth, among numerous cosplays I had wished to accomplish was the duo of Captain Squat and the one-eyed navigator. Aha! To explain the lore of Captain Squat, this tale began severely in the year 757. After a very long read. Alas, the possibilities of procuring a scorpion arm proved more dubious than one could expect. Thus I did convince young Gregor to join forces with me, to conspire together and capture glorious forms in photographs. Though 'twas a pity he had no pipe, only a cigarette between his teeth. And young Ishmael's compass was to be the captain's trinket. And for that purpose I had briefly borrowed it from her room. Oh, woe is me, but I regrettably spilled an entire can of tuna, another prop, and the compass was swallowed by its greasy juices. For despite my best efforts to restore it, the tuna aroma lingered still. I beg thy forgiveness, Manager Esquire. Well, at least we know who took Ishmael's compass. Frustrating. TC GWNN at MTL. It's like a code. Sinclair, translation please. Yeah, trying to parse that from written text is usually way harder. I normally try to read the speaker's tone and the general context of a word, so fortunately the plot thickens. Guys, are we actually going to try to find the culprit? So I mean, like, I'd just been reminded of a persistent itch I'd forgotten to forget. Guys. Alright, that's it, Clockhead. Read up. I'm gonna confront the Sod and tell him to tell it like it's something bugging him. Oh. 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 In truth, it was none other than myself who pummeled your head with a clock. To explain this, one must first explore the paragraphs of paragraphs. Worry not about what exists no longer. I will not embark on a multilinguistic ascribing of excuses. I wait before you in shame and express my willingness to accept any punishment you see fit to do that. I seek nothing but your forgiveness. I mean, that sinner. Good thing he fessed up. And doesn't somebody feel off about the whole thing? What if he's just trying to take the heat? Huh. Okay. I was taking a walk near here when I found a piece of paper somebody tore off. So I'm returning it here. Hope it finds its way to the original writer. Need to solve in this case. Truth of what inspired. Oh. Wondering if that crackling fire-like thing on top of the manager's head is hot like real fire, or if it would not give anything heat. Curious, right? Don't worry about you saying. It's not like we have any other way to tell other than touching it ourselves. Indeed, unproven phenomena cannot be confirmed without direct means of observation. They're asleep. Must have been pretty tired. Indeed, the ticking noise has shrunk in volume. It seems that we have just shared a thought. What if you were to just quickly check while the manager's asleep? Perhaps the sound of phlegm sinking past my gullet makes far too much noise for this task. Wait, it was Sinclair? Yo! The alarm next to the manager is about to go off. You have a minute at most. I shall interface with the timepiece. Look at you rats, playing a played-out prank. As indeed the full tale of what transpired, under the lens of hindsight's illumination, it would almost appear that I am making a secret accusation to a fellow of mine. Wait, how did you... Wait, what? Wait, you heard all that? Oh no, she read the note. Sorry, Dante. I should have been upfront about it, but... Oh, this was so adamant about me punishing Nicole, but I couldn't bring myself to, you know... I can't deny that. Tell you the truth in time. Tell you another truth. I think I might have an idea as to why I've been made a student alongside Mr. Chun. It must have been something that the company was expecting from me. It's just not showing up, so they must be making me take these classes to compensate for it. Everyone else is boldly facing their own issues and slowly overcoming them. While I'm still here, feeling like I'm stagnating in place. They've been telling me that my time's yet to come, but I don't know. I just get the feeling that that ship might have sailed for me already. Yes, it did. It was clear to me that Sinclair wasn't just talking about physical training or his combat prowess. It's about something that more than half the sinners had faced and were facing at this point, and about his past and the path that lies ahead. The guilt and the pressure of having failed to confront it. It was never going to be easy for him to let go. I don't think anyone's got the perfect idea of how the whole trajectory of their lives are going to be, except for everyone on this bus. You know, you just shout at me to get my act together like Heathcliff does. Oh, I will. If I have to. Whatever that was, you guys managed to talk it out, huh? All I heard was that ticking noise. Oh, sorry about that. What Dante said was, hey, don't bother. I just needed a quick glance at that look on your face to feel that tick-tock with my heart. Aw. two culprits. Guy with nightly nightmares and my translator. I see. Sinclair and I sat there for a moment, absorbing the awkward silence. One more day! One more day. Is it you? Is it you two that made that? There's one more faucet, looks like. Yeah. Oh, it's Greg. Oh, it's you two, huh? No. Okay, that seems to be the best bet there. Or that. No. That. Could do that and then that. +4 morale from Gregor. Sinclair up. Possibly. Possibly. I think. I think this might be the best bet. Yay! It's all over 800! Yay! I did it! Finally, the 30 days of lessons were complete, and the day of the final exam was upon us. Everyone came out to bid good luck to Jiazi-Chen on her way to the final exam. My lady, I have nothing but absolute faith that you will be able to complete the final exam just as excellently as you have all the others. Okay, now who is it? Of course, you adoptlessly wiped the floor with them. I have taught you all that I know. I hereby give you permission to leave this boot camp. Woohoo! Had to come all out here to see me off. Still, I have undying faith that you will emerge victorious, my lady. However, Zigong and I have also prepared about 21 alternative solutions in case things go awry. So please don't worry yourself too much. It's not easy. Oh, must be nice to be Zichen, to have so many teachers from all walks of life helping her out. Bao Chai, what you doing? I couldn't stop myself from paying a visit to you all you. If only Zichen and Bai you both smiled on like nothing happened. Our blossoming years would have been peaceful still. Big sis, please stop talking to me like that. I didn't know you could even say such a thing. Bai you. It has always been this way. If a fruit is fully ripened, we have to seize it and taste its juices before anyone else. Can't just let you go. Can't stand emptiness. My brother couldn't. My parents couldn't. But you, who was born and raised in the very same soil we were. How do you walk so softly, so lightly? I don't. My footsteps are no longer light. Every step, every sight I hold in my eyes as the days go by fills me with abundance. The high red side because I was the one that was always higher than the other two. It's because at the very start you get that high no matter what anyway. I'm only trying to accept everything as it is without asking for more or less. And we're surrounded by such fragrance. What more do you seek, big sis? I want to be closer. My hands may reach you. Have you already forgotten who had sent you that guest lecturer? Zichun's palanquin isn't headed to the exam site, is it? No, it's not. Heading to Big Sis Yan Chun's exam site. Oh. They sprinted outside even before Zhao Bai Chao finished. Chap, huh? Fellas, should we also get going? Calm yourselves for a moment. It has been too long since the palanquin has departed. It's better to move based on concrete evidence, not urgency. Though Epi seems to have chosen the latter. I think I heard the faint sound of hooves coming from the direction Zigong was glancing in. So this is what you've chosen? Yes, the exams she's taken thus far were all meaningless lies. I could have shared this earlier, but I decided to follow my own heart, as you have decided to follow yours. He smiled sweetly. So now, what fragrance do you smell from me? You smell nothing. Zhao Bai Chao left the room wordlessly upon hearing that reply. That was Korean, buddy! I did it! Yay! Jesus Christ, there's so many things. Oh, I had to see, hold up. Achievements! Pass the third midterm, the fourth. Take every teacher's class. Safely sees Jia Ji-chun's training to the end. Take Ryoshi's class 3 times, Muso's, Hong Lu's, Heathcliff's, Rodian's, Otis's, Raise Ji-chun's Ji, Yong Ren. Discover 10 class combos, 15 class combos. And clear all achievements. Woohoo! But I didn't see them all, though. But I didn't see them all, though. But I didn't see them all, though. Alright. That took way too long. I'm tired. We will finish this another day. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Y'all can shook a show. Oh, I already know. It gives you the true ending or whatever, right? I'm I'm tired. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for everyone listening to my bumbling stupid. Well, anyway, bye-bye. Bye-bye. More cunny later. More cunny. Ah.